All right, let's start with the owner of the New York Mets tweeting what appears to be his dissatisfaction with the team's offense. This is crazy. The Mets lost their fifth straight game last night, and Steve Cohen tweeted this morning, "It's hard to understand how professional hitters can be this unproductive. The best teams have a more disciplined approach. The slugging and OPS numbers don't lie." Mina, is tweeting criticism about your own team, is it fair or foul?
It's obviously foul. I mean, the problem isn't the substance of what he said. We all know he's right. The Mets offense has been a train wreck. The problem is that he's acting like a fan with a burner account and not the owner of the team. And I get it, because all owners at heart are hardcore fans. It's why they get into the business. But Frank, unless he wants to become the Jerry Jones of baseball and achieve some sort of bizarro celebrity, he should say less, or rather, he should say it behind closed doors where he can actually make an impact on his team instead of embarrassing his own employees in public like this.
Yeah, so if you want to go the chronology of tweets, last night Marcus Stroman, he blows off his media session with the media, got upset after a couple of questions. So at about midnight, he tweeted, "Being negative in life gets you absolutely nowhere. Staying positive and keeping good faith during tough times is the only vibe to be on." Then about 9 hours later, his owner tweeted that out. And, here's the thing. You're 100% right about it, because the fans, I think some of the fans will like it, because the fans are going to say, "That's right. You're the owner of the team. They're not performing. Get on them." That's not going to play well in the locker room.
Yes.
The Mets have been on the road. They got a tough road trip with San Francisco. Then they play the Dodgers. They're at tough times right now. The last thing they want to hear is their owner calling them out publicly. And guess what? When you talk about hitting, he fired the hitting coach back in May, which was Chili Davis. This is like a George Steinbrenner thing before Twitter. "Oh, we're struggling. Fire the hitting coach." That's not the way it works. And here's the other thing about the Mets. Part of the struggles, Jacob deGrom has not pitched. Does that have anything to do with hitting? Not necessarily. But when you know every 5 days that your ace is going out there, that helps the entire clubhouse. What Steve Cohen did is not helping anybody.
Yeah, it's like bulletin board material, but again, he's the owner. And your reading of it, by the way, was a generous interpretation, because the actual tweet is filled with bizarre punctuation, which seems to be like his calling card on Twitter. I can't help but think how horrible it would be if owners throughout the years had Twitter in the past. But it should be noted, Steve Cohen's the only guy who's actually doing this.
Yeah, by the way, the Mets are 26th in slugging percentage, 24th in OPS. And here was a team which about a month ago was in first place in the division. Now they're going to struggle. They won't even make the wild card. So they seem to be running away from it. And in New York, where baseball is kind of a big deal, everyone was getting on the Yankees and everyone was riding the Mets bandwagon. Now they're off the bandwagon, and Steve Cohen kicking dirt on them right now. Not good.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.